Okay, class, here I am with the first video for this week. It's going to be a busy week. We're going to cover 3 different cultures today, kicking off with the Moche. So let me get into the PowerPoint and we'll get cracking. So you can see that the Moche chronology is 100 to 700 AD or CE Common Era. And known for architecture, these cool portrait vessels that we'll talk about, and then a famous burial called the Lord of Sipam burial at a site called Sipam, which we'll get into. So in these slides, I am trying to put in bold, in bold text, the things that you should try to carry with you to help differentiate the different cultures from one another. So the Moche, an expansive state, so we're definitely in state level complexity now, asserted control over multiple valley systems in northern Peru. They established sea-based commerce and these large adobe temple centers. I'll show you a couple of those. We have definite cities at this point, and distinctive potteries and sacrifices that we'll see at the end of the series of videos here. So you see the Moche sites, Chan Chan and Sipam, which I mentioned, and other important ones up in here. I told you the yearly chronology with the first slide there, but those years fall in to the phases we would call the early intermediate period into the middle horizon period. So this architecture, this Moche architecture, large ceremonial centers, Huaca del Sol and Huaca de la Luna, and I got a couple slides here showing you pictures of those, and similar large structures in other valley systems. It's really interesting because there are these kind of deep set valleys. You almost get this kind of conquering of planets or something. You're putting something there and you're putting something there because there isn't these easy tracks in between places. And these huge adobe constructed platforms are immense. Let's just take a look at them. So here they are in kind of their current form. Unfortunately, not preserved exceptionally well, but they are there, and you see the Huaca del Sol and the Huaca de la Luna on either sides of this particular valley. There's some close-ups and a reconstruction there. Interestingly, these adobe bricks have what we would call maker's marks on them. And so if you can think about maybe corvée laborers, workers who, instead of paying tax and tribute, will give labor to the state. So maybe, you've got to come out and you've got to make 1,000 bricks, over the course of days or weeks. I don't know how long it takes to make a mud brick. But you would put your maker's mark on it to indicate that that you had made it. And then, they could keep track of how many individual workers were making, and, keep logistically, how much an individual had contributed to the construction of the thing. All right, that's it for this video. I'm gonna try to keep these short. So I will see you in the next part, and we'll keep trucking.